Well, hello there. Hi, it's me, Scott, again. I'm tired. So we had that stream earlier, worked for a long time then. Then I went and did some stuff, worked some more off stream, made some progress on Hello Sunshine. Went out and lived life a little bit on Friday night, and now I'm back and I'm sleepy, but we gotta do something. Okay, so Strata and Room with a View, I think, are just kind of ready to go, right? I don't think there's really anything else we need to do. Hello Sunshine needs work. But I think I finally figured out what to do. Just don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it tonight. So it just may not happen. We'll work. We'll maybe stream for 2 hours and then just see like where we are. But it may just not be. May not quite be there. I think I know what it is now. Like, if you remember the arc of this, it came from an illustration where I just randomly had drawn some ridiculous thing, and then suddenly it actually became a real thing and makes music or whatever. But there were certain elements of it that I never quite figured out what they were doing or what they were there for. In particular, the big pink X's. But I think I know what the X's are for today. Maybe, perhaps. Okay, so we'll look at this Granny waterfall while we wait for Unity to open. Let's just get Unsplash and pick an excuse me, pick another. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, that one's okay. How about this one? It's good to evening work wallpaper, maybe. Okay, so here's the current thing that I think we want to do. I think I did some work earlier today. I think what happens now is that when you're the sunshine, you make your little, now you make a quasar instead of a baby. And when you're done with the quasar, you can look up at any of the targets, which are the X's, and you can send the quasar to those X's, and then they will play whatever sequence you had written. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it's a plan. And I kind of got this, like using the audio helm sequencer to work with this stuff, so that's kind of going. The gaze-based look, stuff like that is going to be not too hard, but it's all new. It's all new. It's like totally new features. And then as far as shooting out the babies, maybe we don't do that. Maybe when you make one of these, you just shoot them out and they hit the target, and then the target's gone. And you could look at it to clear it again. I don't know. I had just gotten kind of into the realm of getting started on that, but and so here's how it works. If you hold down one finger, that doesn't sound very good. Sorry. Sounds pretty bad, huh? Let's get the left hand ready to move closer. Okay, so like we move the left hand closer. So this is if you're holding one trigger. You hold two triggers. Oops, this is two. And then you can control the hand. That's trying to go 3 octaves. Maybe 3 octaves is just not realistic with this particular sample. If you hold down 4 fingers, oops, I'm sorry, that's 3 fingers. And then if you hold down 4 fingers, and then the idea is when you're done, you'll push a button and send it off to a star. So I just kind of started on that realm. So I think we ditched that last octave, at least for this instrument. Maybe we'll have multiple instruments. I don't know. That's 2 octaves of C major 7. which maybe will feel like enough. So what? I think we were working on the spawner. I think I just started to give the spawner the ability to know about the targets. Yeah. So we know about the targets. And we'll need some gaze-based whatever. But won't worry about that for the moment, probably. And just start by just like target 0 will be the target we want. This terminology is all stuff I'm just making up on the fly as well. So the spawner will want to know about some targets. And the targets will just be our pluses. And so the idea is when you release a dude, so basically we want to see like, and we'll just like say active target, whatever. And for now, we will set that to the 0th target. So this is where we would normally turn it off. But we're going to say that if there's an active target here, okay, so yeah, if there's an active, okay. We'll just set that to -1 when we're not using it. Is greater than. Else we'll just keep that one around so we can recycle it. But in this case, what are you mad about? I thought, yeah, you're an integer. Of course. Okay, so this is going to mean, hey, stick our dude over there. And so for now, we will do this, and like for now we'll just delete. How do we want to do this? We probably want some kind of container around it, and then it will just delete the thing that's inside of it. And then we'll just have big colliders on it, big sphere colliders, and we'll gaze at them to know that they're active. But for now, we will just like target dot. We'll do like pulsar instance dot game object dot set parent. This is a silly way to do this. Dot transform dot set parent target. We'll just cram it in there for the moment, and then we need to say we'll have like a real class where we actually set that. Pulsar instance will be null after that. Well, that's kind of cool. was an accident, but that's kind of what I want. So the general idea is that that just exists now. And then what do we do? Does each of those have a we want it to like stop doing its update thing after that point, but that's part of the general idea, and then we want to like zero it out after that. So like so stick it in there. Local transform 0. Local position, sorry. Probably. Draclin, what's going on? Where have you been all my life? Missed you. This is almost going to be a thing. It's almost a thing now. All these things are almost things. So we're going to make a baby. And then we're done. The baby will go live here. And then the idea will be that that baby will continue to do its own thing. And we'll get our baby animation, but it will take you to targets now. And yeah, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So, how do we want to like do this thing? How was your day, Draclin? I feel like I need to get you up to speed on the other projects. Strata kind of looks like a thing now. Kind of looks like a thing. It's enough of a thing to show and be fun and goofy, but it's not exactly like the thing I want it to be, but it's kind of a thing. It's all good. I didn't see you all day. I didn't see you playing EverQuest. I didn't see you eating not tacos. Whatever. I forgot the name of the taco place you ordered from. Did you know I'm stalking you? I know all the facts about you. I'm your biggest fan. I know your favorite Panda Express Del Taco, right? I know everything about you. I know everything about you. Not true. I know how you like to name your EverQuest characters. Okay, so what we want to do is like look at these. So we need some gazed-based thing. I'm trying to decide. So I got a couple options here. I need to build a little tooling to be able to test everything with the mouse and keyboard first, which will make it faster to iterate, but it's extra work. Or I just do everything directly in VR, which then I have to stick a headset on every time to test. So probably the tooling will be worthwhile. And it shouldn't be too bad. We just need to do like a screen raycast kind of thing. Okay, so one of the first things that needs to happen is that plus needs to be a class now. Oh, it already is. It already is. So the thing is, though, we don't really want to do the rotation out here, probably. Probably plus wants like one more level of hierarchy. And tend to not have the mesh render and all that good stuff. So do we have a plus prefab? Not yet. So let's do this. Let's do this. Zero that guy out, bring it out here, then we have the position that we want. And then we drop this in here, and then this will be the actual plus. Plus plus. And now the script wants to live on this friend. This dude wants to have no transform, but it's where we are mesh rendering, etc. So I'll lose all my rotations, but whatever. My rotation pattern was just negative 20, 20, negative 20, 20, negative 20, 20. I think I can remember that. Okay, so now we want to plus prefab. Now we want to try to do this and hope it works. Didn't work. It messed up our transform. And now I can't undo it. Awesome. Okay, let's try this, where we drag a plus into a plus, then zero it out. Just reset this. Reset. Drag it out of the plus, delete the plus, we have a plus. So we have to do that for all of these. Plus plus, plus plus plus, C plus 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 plus. And what's the deal? And then change every other one to positive 20. And then drag all of them out to here. And then do this. And then maybe give them some kind of name that's a little more sane. So the thing I don't really know is how we're going to handle the audio helm channels. I don't know how we're going to handle that part yet. Okay, so now all these are things. We have one level of hierarchy, which is good. These probably want to all know about their models, so they can turn their models off. That's kind of what we did. So we can add the child or delete the child as needed. Okay, in all cases, can I do that here and have it apply everywhere? That'd be handy. I wonder if this is gonna mess stuff up. Probably. That's okay. Should have seen it coming. Should have seen it coming a mile away. Okay. Dracon, I haven't seen you play Rocket League for a long time. Okay, so now these are all things, and they need big, goofy mesh colliders around them, probably. We want mesh. We don't want colliders in the models. We just want big, not mesh colliders, spherical colliders, I think. EQ has consumed your whole life. Are you still enjoying it? Are they still? Have they rolled out new content yet? Okay. Radius 1. Okay. We got a big old collider there. So now we can look at them with our ray casts, and then probably when our dudes hit them, we'll figure something out. Maybe we need to make them triggers. Faster paced in terms of like level progression. I see. Okay, let's add a quick mousy raycast thing. I can remember how. We're doing so much logic in this. And expansion unlock. Like, what's the timeline for them to unlock everything all over again? So we need like a. I'm just gonna look up the syntax. It's like the screen to world. Might as well. That was a better example of this. That's in the on-GUI though. I don't want it in the on-GUI. Screen point to ray, that's what I want. I think I just get the input mouse X, mouse Y. I thought that was a better example that just did all the stuff that I already wanted to do. Like, it's such boilerplatey code. It seems silly to rewrite it. Yeah, raise from the camera. This is what we want. I think. Something like this. Input mouse position. See if we get a hit. Every 12 weeks. But how many expansions are there? Okay. What did I call the thing? It's called a plus. Plus plus. Plus is a weird name for a class. There's 25 expansions. Cool. Well, that sounds fun. What does that end up being? Like 300 weeks? $300 weeks divided by 52. It's gonna take 5 years for them to get. Are you gonna play this at this intensity for 5 years straight? Did I do that math correctly? Okay, so presumably we have hit a plus here. So that is how we will set our active Okay, so if that's fair. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sounds like a fun time. Okay, so we don't even need to know about the targets then, because we're just gonna get them from raycasts. So I don't even care about this. Get those out of here, right? Because we're gonna actively be like, you'll look at a target while you are holding your dude and hit a button. So what we want to do is not this. Probably we really only want to fire your dude off if you click a button while you're looking at a target. Let's make it that way. Like if, oh, I got rid of that, I just got rid of the code, huh? All right. But our target I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with this plus name. Yeah? Which software? The Office software or your game? I think this has been, I mean, this week has been a little insane, but it's been good to be interested in stuff I'm working on. It's been enjoyable. What did I break? So if we press a button and plus is not equal to null, and do this. How did I break this? Did I delete the wrong thing up here? No. Wrong prefabs. What? I don't think that's bad. I think, you know, with stuff like that, you definitely can look at aspects and patterns of yourself like that and look at them and be like, oh, well, this is bad because it's not normal or the way people do things or whatever. But I'm sure I've ranted about this before, but like, I'm a pretty strong advocate of like embracing the ways in which you are broken and trying to leverage them as strengths. Oh, I just have one too many closed brackets. You know, so like know those things about yourself, and rather than trying to change them, unless you really want to, try to find ways to make that work for you. Like that almost kind of sounds like I mean, that sounds like a pattern that could work, is if you recognize it in yourself. You're like, okay, for some number of weeks I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to switch in a few weeks and do this, and like just recognize that you have sort of a multi-week cycle. You didn't ask for advice on this. I'm just talking. Plus is not null, and that's not equal to null. So this should let us make a baby and send it to any of our targets. Somehow we instantly created a new baby. Well, now we've got babies all over the place. But I guess that's right, because I have it like cheating, thinking that I have multiple fingers down, which would currently make a new baby. Okay. The local scale. Is only one of our pluses super scaled or something? Or is it just a weird angle? I mean, it makes it seem like this plus was tiny. I guess it was. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Probably don't want sound while I'm figuring out the... So here's the thing. So we will have 6 tracks, essentially. And I guess... Right now I've been treating them as monophonic. But if I did 6 polyphonic, my worry is that really you could have 7, because you'd have 1 in your hand. That we'd somehow accidentally play too many voices simultaneously. VR torture? Like forcing people into torturous experiences? I haven't heard anything like that. I'm sure there's like some people that are into, like, maybe there's like VR S&M, but I have not personally heard of VR torture. I mean, that just, all that makes me think of is Clockwork Orange. This is kind of like VR torture, basically. Pretty crazy shot. Like, pretty impressive thing for an actor to allow and be into. Like, that's a pretty intense thing, man. A GIF is like a cinematograph? I believe it is a cinematograph, because this is all static. I don't think I've ever seen the movie. I read the book. I feel like I've seen so many pieces of the movie that I don't ever really have to. Join the milk bar? Maybe I did see the movie at one point. All I really remember from the book was, instead of saying a little bit, you say malinky. Malinky bit, I think was the word. That's maybe the thing I liked the most about the book, is that it just had its own entire vocabulary. Pretty into cinemagraphs. I am anti-GIF, like the file format, because it's bad. It's absurd that it is used, since we're at the point where a high quality, high frame rate MP4 or H.265 video is better quality and smaller than the GIF would be. It's really silly. Just browsers don't quite let you use videos like images yet. So there was some push in WebKit to do that, but I don't know if it's actually out into the world. I mean, even like when you go to like where we just were, like Giphy and Imager, Usually those are videos. They call them GIF Vs, but they're just videos. Because it's a bad file format. And even in like the original spec for the file format, I think the author was like, yeah, this can do animation, but it's really bad and you shouldn't do it. Okay, so we can send our little friends around. But the voices are going to be a challenge. Like, how do we want to do that? We want to send them up there. If it's X, we'll replace it with our dude. So like, we want to do something like this. Maybe like an add pulsar or something. Add pulsar. And then inside that, we'll do this stuff and turn off the model. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to really make enough progress on this tonight to be worth it. We're already 37 minutes in. We've barely done anything. Do this, and then we don't want to rotate the whole thing, though. We just want to rotate the model. Here, probably. Okay. Broken it. Public. Make a baby. Okay, so oh, it works. Yeah, it's kind of not the best sound of it. I don't remember what sample you left it on. I don't really have any of the samples that I loved. One that's just maybe like super sine wavy. Okay, sorry. We'll change this quickly. I was gonna stress me out too without even realizing it. How about that? Sounds like my heart's gonna stop beating. I'm kind of into this. I'm kind of like actually a little bit into this. Okay, hang on. You're gonna love this. Oh shoot, no, it's manually doing it. Okay, so we gotta do something where we tell the pulsar to like not auto update anymore. We gotta tell it to not update note anymore. Why would I put a property down here? What a weird choice. Who would do such a thing? So running. Well, I want to do the same thing with updating. This may be weird. Because you can be running without updating. Maybe. Yeah, because running hides you currently. So let's not do that. Let's do... What did I do? Oops. Okay, so now we can say if updating, which is going to be the thing. We really only do this if running. Probably should have better language for that, but hey. So, and then when we send off our dude, we want to say like, tell it to stop updating, like updating its note. So updating needs to probably default to default those to true. Okay, so I think we're onto something. Maybe not, because we're probably monophonic. So like this pulsar. Oh, it's not going to update. That only has one note. Oh, they're opposite. I want to get rid of the 7th. So, how can we like really make this work well? I feel like this is still like the right character of sound, really, but this one has no notes. Pretty weird. So what are we gonna do? We could have a weird time signature. How can we make this work? You're sitting on a select screen? Yeah, I know. How do we want to handle this? I feel like we're almost onto something though. Almost. I still don't know what tone, like... Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Maybe a new plan. Maybe I just came up with a new plan. Maybe those are kind of like bed track kind of things that you can just turn on or turn off. Like they're X's and O's and you just turn them on and turn them off. So you could target one and it turns from an X into a circle and that means it's on. And then you can just turn on different tracks and choose, and then you can play your little dude still. And then somehow you can still fire space babies still. And those are different things. So I thought about making those plus guys percussive, but I don't think I really want like percussive drum samples. I think I want each of those gets a synth, and to start with, we just write some patterns for them. And maybe every time you turn them on, it generatively creates a new pattern. Man, we don't have time for this. But it could be kind of cool. 3 octaves. And they get different patterns. And just like C major. I don't know that we'll have an instrument that sounds good in 3 octaves though. Six simultaneous tracks for that seems like a lot unless they're relatively sparse. And you could have one that's like basically always on the first beat, and one that's basically always on the third beat, and the other 4 could just kind of be randomly around. So let's make a star synth and set it to a bass. We have too many synths. But let's add another one. I don't know why I just called that a star. It's plus synth. Okay, well the plus synthesizers, they're going to be basses. Maybe. And I don't think this bass sounds good in 3 octaves, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe really we need 2 instruments, like one on the left side, one on the right side, or like alternate. Like these 3 are one instrument and these 3 are another instrument. That's probably actually the way to do it. Have like a left and right quasar synth. Okay, so that means, let's just start with them on. That means we're going to add a Helm sequencer. Not there, but here. And this needs to be, that was channel 6, this is channel 7. And this will be channel 7. And that should just work. And then, I don't really know how you tell this to start and stop other than maybe it has a start and stop on it that we can call. Okay, so if we do this, we have a sequencer on all these dudes now. What did I forget to do to make this where it can actually play? Channel 7. Oh, I didn't set the audio source. I'm pretty sure I have to do both of these things. Okay, let's try to make some noise. Which is too deep. I see what appears to be audio. Why can't I hear it? Why can't I not hear any audio? Did I not do that right? Did I do something that killed them all? Channel 7. So we'll want, if we're going to do them all here, we want 6 notes of polyphony. Polyphony? Polyphony? Did I not choose that here? It was like a show all options thing. Doesn't sound good up there. Okay, so you're gonna be here. Say you stay and just see one land. We did C2 and then C3, I think is still okay here. So, and then we'd have our dude. Why is the Quasar synth so quiet? Those are probably super loud because they're not spatialized. Right? Spatialize these dudes. Oh, did we not do that? Spatial synthesizer mixer group. I don't think we set that up yet. And I don't remember how. Well, let's ignore it for now. I don't know why it's so loud. Okay, now we did get it to work because the babies play. Yeah, Quasar synth, the synthesizer mixer group. Is that different? Oh, you're not supposed to set that there? I'm confused. So on the pulsar, where do you set it? We don't even use this anymore. Right, so we don't need this here actually. We do need this. And we want this. So, Quasar and Master. And that's what the babies are. Yeah, okay. Okay. Very low. make our own little dude. I sent those to the wrong synthesizer group, didn't I? These should be plus synthesizer group. BT dubs. What do the pluses turn into when you click them? Circles? O's? I just not find a sound for this one that I like. Oh, I don't see it here. Weird. Maybe the quasars aren't. Oh, sorry, it's pulsar. Pulsar, of course. Plus is supposed to go spatialize. Good grief. I didn't do any of this right. Yeah. First is you should be quasar and master. You should be plus. And master. Right? Something like that. Oof. We've already been going an hour. Oof. Too much experimentation. This is just feeling pretty untenable for tomorrow, to be honest. Why is it so much louder spatialized? Oh no. I love the little plucky strings in this song that's playing on pretzel. Just don't really have anything like that in Helm. They're just so cute. I feel like a lot of the presets that come with this are kind of harsh. Maybe there's something cute in here. I just want something cute. I don't know. I'm feeling tired, and I'm feeling like this just needs more thought, really. Because, okay, we had the shooting of the babies, and that's fun and charming for, you know, 2 or 3 minutes. And now we have the scaling pulsar friend, and that one is fun and charming for a few minutes. And I like the idea. So the idea I liked that I was going with earlier was like the giving, as you played your little instrument, when you were done with your instrument, that song, like your current sort of synth note history would get, you could transfer it. Problem is, it's just so... Oh, I just had a weird idea. I'm getting tired. The idea I just had is that you could have your little song and then you could like teach it to the plus. And then it would just play what you played. There's just not enough variation. And the way I was thinking of the teaching, like the way you could do it is sort of that it would by default hit every note, but then you could hold down A, B, X, Y to choose which notes you wanted to play on. So like if you held down A, it would only play on the first note. If you held A and B, it would play first and third. X and Y would be second and fourth. That'd be kind of cool. And then it wouldn't just be, right now it's just additive where it's like half notes, quarter notes, 8 notes, 16th notes. But this way you can kind of mix and match them. But I'm feeling, I don't know, like we could try to like rush something together and have it tomorrow, but I don't know what that would be really. I mean, we could just go back to shooting space babies. That's easy enough. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons, you could do, like another thing you could do is just whenever you hit one of the buttons, it spawns off some little thing. Even just 4. You could have drum machines, some kind of percussive drum machine thing that played as you clicked the pluses. Kind of like that idea of the face buttons being the notes that play. That's kind of cool. when you hold your dude out. So the scale would be, the pitch would still be the scale. And then just, you have kind of a note mask. I don't know if that would actually like feel good, but I think it's an interesting idea. Who clicked? Somebody clicked me. I saw it. Did I click? I saw the heat emerge. Man, I don't know. Dracklin, thank you. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job. I wanted to have 4 things done. I'm only going to have 2 things done. It was a long week. Spent too much time fussing with Strata. Oh, thanks. Vaughn made this. It's been so long since I had a good pep talk. I'm just tired, I think. Like, I've worked on this stuff all week. Mainly Strata. No, Strata's okay. It's pretty fun. Scott Cation? I don't know. I don't really get one of those this year. I don't think. Maybe a little bit. I mean, I'll go to Texas for a minute, but that's not really a vacation. Okay, what are we talking here? 11 o'clock. I could imagine doing the little ball. Setting which note it is. The problem is the responsiveness of that. Like, you could do that. You'd still be hitting the same note every time, which is not as exciting. What you kind of end up want to end up with is $16. Like hitting any one button. You could also make it where it kind of wasn't playing anything until you hit a button, and then for that measure, or like the next. So if you're saying like you have beats 1 through 4, A, B, X, Y, and anytime you hit them, then the next A, B, X, Y, like the next beat 0, 1, 2, 3, is set to the scale that you were just on. So it's less about like an accordion, like a squeeze box that is changing as you scale up and down. And it's more like you're taking little snapshots of the scale that you want to be in. It's definitely less responsive than the scaling thing, which does feel kind of fun. It's also less intuitive, certainly. But it gives you more flexibility. Because otherwise, if you're not moving your arms all the time, you end up with it's just very static. Let me just play with that a minute and see what it feels like. But I'm feeling right now like this, like I'm not feeling good about just trying to throw something together with this particular dude for tomorrow. I think we just show room with a view in Strata. But I also don't want to fight for this with this forever. Like that was one of the big motivations this week, was to kind of like finally say like, hey, we're done. We're done with you, happy sunshine friend. I mean, this is something anybody can get. Like, once you get into the bass button stuff. Yeah, that's satisfying. That needs to stay. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Then we're gonna try that with the ability to look at and raycast at friends. And what do we want to do? How will we know we're looking at it? Maybe we like double the speed. Like if like okay, I need a drink of water. Excuse me, please. If only I was a young buck like life is yours. Then I could just stay up for 17 days straight. Okay, so we want to be able to select our plus. So we want like so then we mouse over it. So it'll be like double when we look over. How do we know when we stop looking at it though? Where is our raycast nonsense? I need like and here we want to say like the active, wait, you want to be true, and then like the active plus is equal plus that active. This is all horrible naming. And then, well, actually you want to say if plus is not equal to the active plus, and the active plus is not equal to null, then the active plus dot active is false, and then the active plus is equal to the plus. This is horrible. This is horrible. Codephobia, how's it going? I'm in like such a tired state. I'm writing insane code and I forgot to switch the camera. How long have I been on the wrong camera? Hopefully not very long. Hopefully a couple minutes. Okay, so I know. So Room with the View is ready. Strata is ready. I'm just trying to get hello ready. Okay, then never mind. Then I did it perfectly. There was no problems, and I didn't make any mistakes. Okay, what are we doing? Deactivate that one. These are horrible names. Look at these names I'm naming things. Active plus equals plus. Plus dot active equals true. Awesome. These are good names. Okay, when I mouse over these, they should go fast now. Oh, also, else, when I mouse out, they need to stop being active. So let's look at this plot. Okay, what? Sure, if active plus. If I don't hit anything and the active plus is not equal to null, then deactivate it. Yeah, okay. But I still feel like we're not. This is not working. Or I did this wrong. Maybe 2 isn't enough to notice. It should be like 5 times faster. And then we should also log this. Really, we only want to do this if... So if plus is not equal to active plus, we want to do this. If active plus is not equal to null, then deactivate it. I don't know. Something like that. Something like it. How was your day, Codephobia? Oh, you should log this. So... should get this whenever we mouse over a new plus, but I probably did this wrong. He's tired. He's tired. But it was okay. Definitely made good tightening up progress on Room with the View and Strata. Went out with a friend in the evening for a while. So we can only... plus D. That's working. Active. Great. This plus, not so much. Wonder why. Is it a raycast thing because I'm actually in VR mode? maybe? Yes. They should lerp towards that new speed. Okay, now I know when I'm looking at a thing though, so that's good. Oh man, this all kind of sucks though. So, hit or no hit. Because this is a screen raycast, which we only want to do. Oh, a raycast hit and a raycast miss, and then and if there's a hit, do this. If there's not, do this. We aren't maintaining the active plus, but now we know it. So we know an active plus, so we don't really need this anymore. This can just be in here. And then down later. Array cast hit. Array cast missed. Missed. And then somewhere else we're gonna need what? Oh, well I can't, of course I can't use this. Of course. Okay, raycast over and raycast out. Now really, this is all if we don't have XR enabled. Which is this land. If we do have XR enabled, we want to handle this all differently. However, the code should be identical. Let's see. Import array. Yeah, we can just create the ray from this. Although we really maybe we want to do like a sphere cast. That would be the same. So really, we need a ray either way. A ray and a ray cast hit either way. An alert. A new follow. Thank you for the follow. You're following me during the most rambling stream. I appreciate it. How do I say your name? Wiry5ware. Thanks for the follow, even though I don't know how to say your name. Rambling's good. Okay, awesome. How's your evening? Okay, so Ray is fine. We're going to try to raycast from my face. This will happen either way. So we're going to have a hit either way. Okay, so let's try it in... I broke it. Yeah, because that needs to be active plus, obviously. Even though we're not going to do this anymore. Maybe. Maybe? Perhaps? Perhaps? Okay, so... mouse and over, mouse and over, mouse and over. Okay, mouse over works. So let's try it in XR mode. And hopefully when I look at these things, I should just keep this handy. They will spin real fast. They do. Okay, so now I can target. It's a little hard. I either need to make the colliders way bigger or do a sphere cast. That one I can't even hit back there. I could do a sphere cast. This is very easy to miss him. That one I cannot get. Come on. You can do. Oh, I got it. Okay. A sphere cast. Or I just make the colliders bigger on the dudes. What cancer? Like the scale on these actually we could ditch and make these way bigger. The scale and rotation we could move into. Let's try this. Move the scale and rotation in here, but leave the transition, and then pop out here, and that gives us a way bigger raycast target. So big, in fact, that these would potentially overlap, which that wouldn't be good. Right? Like, we might hit our... Maybe that's okay. We could always edit the radius of those. Okay, so let's just do that for now. Feel naked when I don't have headphones on streaming. Naked on stream. Paste these, ditch the transform. Yep. Same with you. Paste you. Exciting stuff. Copying, pasting values. Incredible. Friday night action. Copy component. Ditch all this stuff. Ditch this. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, I said these are 0. That's not correct. I have made a mistake. Okay. 2 more. Paste the component. Oh no, I did. Oh no! I blew it. Actually, I need all these. Dang it. Okay, try this again. Don't screw up. Copy the component. Said that with a vaguely Midwestern accent? I don't know why. That's some rogue accents today. Copy. Run it. And do this. I think these colliders are going to be problematic, but hey, we'll see. Okay, that splits the transforms in a weird way, but now we got big old colliders, right? They'll be incredibly huge. It's still going to probably be hard to hit that because one of the other colliders is going to maybe occlude it, but still a little hard back there, but okay, these are all way easier. Okay. Maybe we only want to multiply one axis. You know, like only multiply the z. What? Yeah, are those z forward? They appear to be z forward. Yeah, so only multiply the z by like a lot. What are we normally rotating? Wait, they already only rotate Z. Now why do they seem like they rotate? What? I don't know. I'll just make them go fast. We can think about the details later. Just so you know you're looking at them. Is that the Z? I'm confused. They're X forward. So let's just do this. This is kind of cheating, but we're not even using that value, so. I don't know if I did that correctly. Okay, right idea, but not enough. Yeah. I should probably change color or something too. But. Okay, so we can look at these now and send a baby to them, right? So when I click, when I do a fire one, I have an active plus and I have a pulsar, stop updating, but just send it up there. Right? So, make a baby. Okay, now that baby lives up there. Okay. That's pretty cool, right? It doesn't sound great, but I think there's an idea there. Maybe they don't get replaced though. Maybe we just send the we copy the notes. That's pretty okay. I know, it's a start. So you can make the little dude, and that's fun, and to play with the little dude is fun, and then to send it up and have it continue to play. So what would make it good is probably either every time you do one, you should have the ability to play different instruments, or you always have a certain tone, but those individual dudes like in here we always have the tone, the like beepy tone. But when we look up at one of our dudes and we hand off the music, essentially, they have their own way of playing. That makes sense? Kind of think it does. So is that a different synth channel for each, or what? And that still doesn't, I still don't know what we do with our babies, the space babies. Maybe they play some kind of weird bed. So everything in C major 7, maybe? I don't know. C major 7 is a little weird pitch-wise. I mean, like, mood-wise. Like, a little bit uncomfortable. 11:30. Is there any chance this stuff's happening tonight? Like, we're really gonna do this thing? Or do we just say we have the two other things, they're ready to go for tomorrow? It's 11:30. I'm very tired. It's very warm in here. So what would that take? We would just kind of copy over Wow. We're just going to copy over the notes. So what would that really look like? That would be like if we got all the notes, it would be nice if we could just get all the notes and set all the notes. I don't know if you can. But I think I could do a... Well, I'd have to do something like... I'd have to like clear it and then do get all note ons in range and then set that wouldn't be too hard. Oh, excuse me, please. Is that what we really want to do, though? And then we could have the babies shoot over there, and that's how they could start to play. Tricky one. Like, we want those to have some different sound. Yeah. Go through and get all the notes. Try to figure something out. What's like the difficulty is if we want to pitch shift them in some way. But that'd be easy enough. We could just add 12 to whatever notes we got. Add or subtract 12 to offset by an octave. Right? Man, I really don't know if it's worth tackling this tonight. I mean, I kind of know, and I'm kind of sure the answer is no, but I'm also stubborn. It's crazy to have 6 different synths. At least 7. Probably be hard to like make that sound actually nice. Yeah, then we get back to that big problem though, is that the big problem is that the way we are either only quarter notes, only 8th notes, only 16th notes, also only half notes, but not like some combination of like, you know, only the third, like play only 1 quarter note on the 3rd beat of a measure. We just would kind of never have that unless you were hitting every note. I mean, if you played the quarter notes, you'd get the 4. But I mean, once you get to the 16th notes, the 16th notes are kind of too fast. Anyway, we should maybe do whole notes and... Oh, I just realized that if we're doing whole notes, maybe we should do them for 4 beats. That'd probably make that sound better when it's slower. But then you don't get any responsiveness while you're scaling it. I wish you could easily change the pitch like that. It'd be more like a monosynth kind of thing. Or if we could do something like that. Okay, but what would that look like to do? Because right now we just say add a note. Oh, I already am raising by an octave. How am I doing that? Like our duration should really be step, and we send in 4. Should duration be the step? How do you say the duration? Probably have to like alert when you change the range. End. The note on time measured in 16th notes. So we really want to say like note end equals note dot start plus the step. And then in this case, plus the step. That could be very wrong. Just tremendously wrong. I think it worked. I shouldn't have clicked. Why it doesn't work in some cases. That would be an existing note getting changed. So maybe we need to do like a notify note end changed. And I need to know the old end. Why is end a float in this context? Seems kind of weird. But okay. I have typed old ent, so that's weird. Seems like that's not working. this some really dumb float problem? I mean, I'm just getting back, presumably whatever I set. Notify the end changed. Why? I mean, it works here. Well, that's just saying whatever the start is, add the step to it. Well, what? And I put the old one in as a float, but presumably that's, I mean, as an int, but that should be okay, right? Right? And otherwise it's gonna just be maybe try to put it in exactly as it was. Maybe there's a bug, maybe that doesn't work. Yeah, when I go back, it does not seem to do the thing. Well, that seems like even more broken, somehow. Next index. I don't know, man. Lame. So weird that it works the first time. Well, okay. It's definitely better when it fully fills out. Much better. So that sucks. Am I doing something wrong here? Like, can I not do this twice or something? Like by calling this, am I doing something weird? Just out of curiosity, what if I change the order? Oh, it's because of this. Because we still probably, yeah, right. Okay, because the note's the same. So we need like old note, old end, new end, and to check them separately. That's not how you type. Okay. Silly bug. That's what happens when you're just so sleepy. Okay, maybe that. Oops. An item with the same key has already been added. Maybe you can't do this modify twice or something. Item with the same key has already been added. The old end is not equal to new end. And set that. Well, that seems problematic. If you sorted note offs, remove, sorted note on. Yeah. Well, so that messes with the sorted note ons. This messes with the sorted note offs. Why couldn't I do this in the same frame? Oh, because this note's already been messed around with or something? Like I would have to do this first? So that removes it and adds it somewhere else, and the other one seems to totally remove it. I don't know, man. It's hard to just guess at the internals of somebody else's asset. Oh, it seemed like a good guess. It seemed like an okay guess. So what's the deal? I can't do this in the same frame or something? Because we've already messed with it? So what does it actually do? It looks like it takes it from this some part of the node offs and adds it somewhere else. And then this one seems like it actually wants to... What line is causing this? Well, that's weird because we're doing that first. So, okay. So remove that node position and add an item with the same key has already been added. Old end is not equal to the new end. What? What? I hope it's not some dumb floating point thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to do anything. I'm just guessing. Grasping at straws. We're not really making much progress, though. Feeling like it's bedtime. Item with the same key has already been added. I don't know enough about how this works in here. To one of the note end positions. The note that was changed and the previous end. We're sending the old end we changed the end to be the new end. Those are not equal. We're in a note position and a note. Like, how could we have the same key when we just removed that key? Right? Like, we're saying I'm just confused about the interplay of these two things, like the order of these two things. Huh. I don't know, man. I think it's bedtime. I don't think we're really going to get this presentable tonight. Okay. Well, I'm glad that's playing audio. Sleep on it? Yeah, but I have a show tomorrow. And I wanted this to be in the show, but I think it's not going to be in the show. Okay, so the end was 12. I mean, I had a version of this that was kind of okay. It was just fun for a few minutes, but I have 2 other things to show, so it's really okay. This is more of a personal goal than anything. So the old end was 16. The new end is 12. So we're saying take this note keyed off of like remove the note and then add a note. But this is almost saying like these are the same. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Also doesn't sound great when it gets stuck in that mode. Let me use the background. Okay. 8. And then this is the note, which has an end of 4. So, yeah, the old end was 8. And so presumably somewhere in here there's a key. There's an end of 4 in there. I know the beeping is horrible. Sorry. So there's a value at 8, and there's a value at 16. Those are the 2 places we had end notes. So we want to remove the one at 8 that had this note value, which was 4 and 59. That end seems wrong. Seems like we don't have a... as a note and a position. And we're saying, yeah, we want to remove the one at 8. And then we want to try to add. So at this point we only have one value in here, and it's at 16. And now we want to add one that ends at 4, which seems fine to me. So that one worked. Now we have 4 and 8 and 12. We want to remove the one at 16. There isn't one at 16. We do. Here it is, 16. Where did I get 12? We have 4, 8, and 16. We're going to remove the one at 16. So now we only have one at 8. Wait, now run this. Now we should only have one at 4 and 8. So that should be fine. Now we have 4, 8, and 12. We want to remove the one at 16. Wait. That says 12. 4, 8, and 12. What we're saying, we want to remove one at 16 and add one at 12, and so it's breaking. So why did that lie? This is where it's going to crash. If old end was 16, that doesn't seem to be possible. Unless I'm like getting the number like in the process of this. So this is going to crash. Yeah. How could that happen? The old end is just what it told me. Try that again. Turn down the audio and make sure so we don't have to listen to it when it's frozen. Old end was 0. This seems problematic. Why would old end ever be 0? Oh, just because we haven't... Sure, of course, we haven't stepped through this yet. We don't need to check this. We just need to check this. Okay, but we missed the other breakpoint. Right. Dumb problem. It's bedtime. That's definitely bedtime. Okay. Wait, why didn't this breakpoint happen? That one's bad. So it was 8. It's going to be 4. That makes sense. Why did that happen twice in here? Like I only got this breakpoint once. Oh. Is that thing calling this as well? No. Like what I think may be happening is this guy almost seems like you can't do these at the same time or in the same order or like. Like, what if I just never changed the note and I just changed the end? Would that work? No. But something, it seems like something else is calling it. What if I end change? Or like I'm just getting an end that is not correct. So something that previously ended at 12, previously ended at 16 is going to end at 12. That sounds reasonable. How does this happen twice without that other one getting called, though? Like, who is calling you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that happen twice? What am I missing? This seems like it's... I mean, it could just be a bug in the software, but... Who called this? If it was here, I would have gotten another breakpoint. Maybe you need to step out. That's what I was looking about it. Yeah, that's what I was looking. If I could find another place that it called that thing. But I did not see a place where that was true. Like where something else would have called it. So right now, the stack is like update and update note. And here I am. And then I go in here. Oh, look. Oh. You're right. This property calls that automatically. So do I not actually need to call that in either case? That's pretty... Okay, that's on me then. Yeah, you're right. I don't actually need to... I think I don't need to call that at all. And I probably don't actually need to call it here. Let's see. From the documentation, it seemed like I needed to call this. But it was kind of vague. The documentation was not super specific. Man, you're right. Thank you for the help. I just crashed it again. The problem is it almost seems like you can't do both of these on the same frame or something. Like trying to change the note start and the note end. Let's just do note end without changing the note. Now going shorter freaks out. Although that could actually be a problem with me, like adding something. Like that actually could be wrong. I could be doing something wrong. Yeah, I know, you're right. But I did look at the source and I missed that thing. Yeah, I could be that I'm like going beyond. Because I do think we did see that one time to know. Let me think about that. Because if you were like... That should still be okay though. even if you're going to end on 16, I wonder if actually when they end on 16, they say end on 0. Like, they have like some weird rule for that? Because I feel like we did at one point see an end that was 0. Still doesn't quite make sense though, because we're just putting in exactly what we get out. Whale? What's the trick? Yeah, it might not be a floor, though it might be like a mod, like I need to wrap it back around to 0 if it ends on 16. Because 16 isn't really a note, but it is a note boundary, so if they have an ending at 16, maybe it's really supposed to be 0, something like that. Like, I do think I did see that. I kind of just want to try to reproduce it. I don't really need these now. So 14 becoming 9 seems reasonable. Six becoming 5 seems reasonable. I didn't like that. 6 becoming 5. Oh, that's pretty weird. Could also be a problem with me like messing with this collection just randomly in the middle of a frame, like. I'm tired. I mean, this is not even like, it's not even like I'm working on a project that's just gonna, or a problem that's just gonna magically fix it. We're still like in the middle of even seeing if any of this is stuff we want to do. I should not have spent the last hour or however long, 40 minutes on this bug, because it is not like actually relevant. I'm like, I could just not do this for now and do everything else, and then as some piece of polish, I could figure out setting the end note. So it was not, I'm not making good use of my time, which I think just means it's bedtime, because I'm just not sharp enough at the moment to do the stuff. Now, is the note changing though? Is that actually right? So if I grab hand, it does. It works. Well, that's good to know that inside it's just doing some fancy callbacks to do some fancy stuff. The end change thing. Oh, I guess there's some, you know what? We should check this, because maybe there is some weird, like, minor floating pointy stuff. I shouldn't mess with that. Probably. Nah, still happens. Like, we're just trying to remove something that doesn't work. So this, we could do some more serious debugging. Yeah, I had forced it in to try, but even without it, doesn't seem to happen. I forced it an int only because the original thing when we originally set it is an int. So just to see if that was making it not. Step is an integer. I mean, I could do this and cast it to float. Or something. It shouldn't matter. It's going to treat this like a float. I believe. Like, that's not even, it's not even about the new end though. Like, that's not even the deal here. Yeah, I could cast these to float, but it's not even, this isn't the problem because it's new end isn't actually what's screwing us up, I don't think. I mean, maybe there's some like tiny weird rounding error or something. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It is debuggable. We can just like get the whole collections up and look at the whole collection on every iteration and like see what is actually in the list versus what it's trying to remove. And that's a thing. That's a thing we could do. But I think it's just not going to happen tonight. I still don't know how to say your name. I'm going to say Y5W. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for looking at it. Is end 5 bad? I don't think it's bad. I think that might have been a fluke. I'm not even sure if that was actually correct. Because now that I think about it, old end, that's probably... Well, I don't know. Does the assignment happen in the break? I mean, it could be that value we saw there wasn't even relevant. You know? Like, I'm declaring this here. So maybe it just pointed to some memory with a 5 in it. I don't exactly know. In the case of setting a breakpoint like that, if this value actually would have been correct. I think it probably wasn't. The here is where it would matter. I can't remember if I looked here or here now. I forgot. You'd think it would make no difference. You're probably right. Anyway, I'm tired. We're not making much progress. We at least had some conceptual progress. I think I have some ideas on what to do with this thing. I just need to keep it simple. This interaction of the hands opening and closing is pretty satisfying. Like, it's pretty fun. So if I just need to come up with a way to do that, capture some little piece of your performance, and then have those little performances play well together, and I think this will be a reasonably fun thing. So I am going to go to bed, and then I'm going to get up, and I'm going to do this show with Room with a View and Strata. Probably Strata I'll just leave up most of the day. Slight bummer about this. I don't know. Maybe I'll have some miraculous epiphany in the night. We know for now that we just don't do this. Like, that was a piece of polish anyway, but would have been nice. I shouldn't really spent time with it. Thank you. I hope it goes well. Should be pretty easy. I know. You're right. You're right. It's true. There was kind of no chance. But I'm pretty stubborn. But there's also like no stakes. And I have other stuff to show. So I just wanted to get this Sunshine guy, like, give him proper burial. Because he's been hanging out for a while. Yeah, no, I know. If that was like the thing, then it would be fine. It would be no big deal. But there's still like actual interaction pieces that were missing. I just started to rabbit hole on that because I'm tired and it's what my brain attached to. Because other than that, I mean, we were getting there. We got the eyeball where you can look and you send your little dude up there. The thing that would be missing is like having different sounds for those other pieces. I don't know, maybe I'll wake up and be like, I'll just throw those sounds in and it'll sound amazing. Who knows? Spend like an hour on it in the morning trying different things. But yeah, the little dude's fun. He's cute. The details. Like the details of making it sound good. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks everybody else who hang out. Thanks for the follow, Y5W. And maybe I'll check in tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe I'll take the day off. It's been a long week. So have a lovely night.